And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so it's the day after, of course, our sort of late victory against Heart of Midlothian in the Scottish Premiership after a weekend where we seen the league leaders Celtic, a side that have been pretty consistent. I think they're currently still unbeaten within the league, drop points against Hibernian, which was much needed, and we needed to go into that game and make sure that we got 3 points and make sure we responded in the correct manner. There's been times, or too many times in the past, where, well, Celtic do drop points, and as I said, they rarely do, and then Rangers don't follow up, and it seemed like one of those days that we were given a sort of golden opportunity to close the gap to 5 points. We have Hearts at home, and we go 8 points behind. I just felt like that was going to be the case yesterday. However, a bit of heart, a bit of intent, and we got there and managed to find 2 goals in 3 minutes on the 90th minute, then the 93rd minute to secure all 3 points. And as Felipe Camon said, don't underestimate the importance of that victory. It's going to be used as a reference. There's going to be tough times as we go forward, both domestically and in Europe, where we can look at that game as a reference point and say, look, we did that before, let's do it again. So yeah, as I said, I agree with the manager, what his thoughts and opinions were with regards to it. And as I said, I don't underestimate the importance of that victory. And as I said, it just feel a bit closer now in terms of where we are in second behind Celtic, just 5 points behind, which feels just a lot better than 7 points. 7 points feels very, very far away, but 5 points doesn't feel that far. And that's after 10 games, guys. There's still plenty of football to be played. 28 league games left to play. There's also, of course, 3 Old Firm matches. So, yeah, plenty of football to play, and the league is certainly not over, but we need to keep that consistency up and running. But there was a mistake that was made yesterday, and as I said, Rangers fans aren't happy with the duo, and that's, of course, Clement's decision to starting Cyril Dessers and, of course, Sam Lammers. Now, both of these, we've been well vocal on both of them with regards to their situation at the football club at the moment. As I said, for a long period of time, I don't think both of them are good enough to be playing for Glasgow Rangers. It's simple as that. You know, one of those players is wearing a number 9 jersey, very, very famous at this football club, and he's not fit enough to wear it. Unfortunately, I hate to pinpoint on players and kind of bully them and bring them down. That's not my objective. Simply as a fan, you know, I'm going out there and having a look at why we're playing badly. And I certainly believe it is because we're starting Dessers, and it is because we're starting Lammers. Guys, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. Bill went out the door and a new manager came in. So yeah, everybody gets a clean slate. But when we play with them, the whole team looks seriously disjointed. And I used that in the live match reaction yesterday. I used a certain example from a period. Cedric Itten, before he came to Rangers, was scoring goals for fun. Since he's left Rangers, he's been scoring goals for fun for young boys, the Swiss champions, doing it both domestically and in Europe, and he's looking fairly decent. However, when he played for Rangers, we played as a whole very disjointed. We just didn't, there was no chemistry. Whenever he came onto the park, everything just didn't link up correctly, and everything was kind of all over the place. And I was very, very vocal on Cedric Itten when he was at the football club, that was a problematic point within our team. There was no cohesiveness and no chemistry whenever he came onto the park. And the same is with Dessers. The same is with Lammers. And I see it time and time again. Dessers gets substituted, and we also automatically look a whole lot better. Danilo, I know his situation with regards to his fitness may not all be there, but as soon as he came on in the second half, we looked a little bit better. The other problem was Sam Lammers. I feel like when he gets onto the ball again, he's very awkward, and he's one of those players that slows us down. And the same with Dessers as well. When he was still on the park, as soon as he goes off, we look like a completely different team, and he just squanders chances. Both of them I just don't think are good enough, and both of them cannot start for Rangers Football Club going forward. You know, I would rather Scott Wright be starting over Sam Lammers, and then of course Danilo instead of Cyril Dessers. But that's something that just needs to be eradicated going forward. I do think Clement was making a mistake, and I don't believe that I believe that Danilo will start that game against Dundee during the week, especially after the goal, but just certainly after we look a lot better, more cohesive, more squad chemistry when he's on the park instead of Cyril Dessers and Sam Lammers. So that's a huge mistake that needs to be sorted and eradicated from our game. We can't start these two players. If they want to get their opportunity, yes, they're going to have to be able to play off of the bench. They've had long enough to try and show what they're all about. I know it's still early days, some would say, but their track record doesn't really exactly prove that they're prolific goal scorers and they're world beaters. We signed them, they scored 1 goal in the whole season, both of them. So again, I think yes, give them chances off of the bench, and if they score goals, then great. And I think there will be occasions where they score goals. There was occasions where Cedric Itten used to score goals for us, but we're not a better side as a collective with those two in the team, and that's something, as I said, that needs to be eradicated moving forward. And I certainly believe Danilo and Scott Wright, if he wants to play Scott Wright, so be it over Lammers, play those in that next game against Dundee. I think that's very, very important. But regardless of that sort of mistake that we've been discussing, a lot of Rangers fans do agree with me with that one. Again, I just don't think they're up to the thing. But as I stated yesterday, I am buzzing this morning. Of course, waking up with 3 points was a long period of time yesterday where I just didn't feel like it was going our way. As I said, Clement basically spoke about it. You have 75% ball possession. You have 23 shots. You have a penalty where you miss it. You have a ball cleared off of the line. And some of those days, usually, under Michael Beale, under different certain managers, we'd probably be like, no, we're just not getting the rub at the green today. But I like the way that Clement is instilling this mentality to just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, and keep on pushing. And we found it. We could have had our heads down low and said, oh, it's not our day today. Maybe got a draw out of it. But we know we pushed for the winner and got the 3 points. And as I said, I don't underestimate the importance of that victory moving forward. Now, just before we sort of wrap this video up, guys, I'm just going to have a little look at the table as things stand. As I said, everything is kind of moving about, and as of course, Rangers, Celtic are starting to emerge as the sort of front of the pack, if you like. But currently, Celtic sit top of the table with 26 points, 17 goal difference. Rangers obviously in second with 13 goal difference and 21 points. But certainly more games coming up. As I say, next for us is Dundee. Next for Celtic is St Mirren, who are in decent form as well, and then they've got a decent run of games, to be perfectly honest, but we just need to be making sure that we match their results all better, but certainly just winning all our games coming up. I do think Dundee's going to be a tough test. What the Scottish Winters, we're coming into the Scottish Winters now, Wednesday night, Dens Park, away from home. Clement's first away game in the Scottish Premiership. We know how they're going to sort of set up. But again, no excuse. We need to try and keep building on this winning momentum and keep closing that gap at the top of the Scottish Premiership. That's the goal for us, and that should be the drive and ambition. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on what I basically stated with regards to it. Do you think Clement needs to stop playing Dessers and Sam Lammers, or are you of the opinion that those players can become good for Rangers? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.